got the flashlight, and if you're off grid, do not walk outside without your flashlight because you have no idea what you're going to step on out there. Case in point for tonight, I come around the corner. You remember that big black cockroach looking scorpion thing that I had earlier that I was so kind to, and I did catch and release, and I took it far, far away? Either it's the same one coming back or it's his long lost brother, but it was about the same size, looked very, very much the same. So, head almost in a hole, claws up close to its head, tail sticking straight up. Like, okay, here, step on me, put me out of my misery, kind of thing. So, yeah, I did the only humane thing I could think of and took the shovel and chopped him in half, and then moved its remains off out of the way where I wouldn't step on it. Anyway, some days when you see something like that, you're like, oh man, another thing that's trying to kill me or something. It's at times it can be overwhelming. There's just so much out here that I don't know what it is. I've seen several big hairy tarantulas, and as far as I know, most tarantulas are not poisonous, and they tend to walk away from me, so that's good. But it's just freaky to see them. I've seen a tarantula walking across the road while I was driving. Okay, how big is a spider that you can see it in the dark when you're driving and you're going 30 miles an hour and you're like, oh, there's a tarantula crossing the road? Seriously, it's huge. It's like not like a rabbit where I wanted to swerve around it, but it's just like you notice it and it's like, okay, there's a tarantula walking across the road and you saw it at 30 miles an hour. No, you shouldn't see a spider when you're driving. It's not right. It's, I don't know, and then the badger and snakes and big black scorpion thing and millipedes that are bigger than your hand long. But then you see cool stuff, the birds and the rabbits. They're fairly close to me still. They're still skittish, but they're at least close enough where you can see them. That one deer, well, I almost hit it, I guess. So that probably wasn't a good day for the deer either. But there's stuff out here that is cool to see. It's just sometimes a little bit much. Sometimes you want to see nature, but you want it to be further away. You don't want to be right in the middle of it. I think every now and then I bump something in the bus rocks and something rattles back there. Could also be thermal expansion or contraction or whatever. Or, monster. Could be that. It's funny, but sometimes when I get to work, I just feel safe because I'm in a brick building or whatever it is, and the doors are closed and there's no nature. It's just sterile and clean, and it's very annoying, but I don't have the sky above me that's threatening me all the time. And out here, it's just me against everything. And some days it's like, holy cow, I need to remind myself this is actually a good thing out here, and it's not like I ever want to go back to an apartment, but it'll be nice to have a house. And eventually, when I get to the point where I trust it, that's the thing is, the bus, it's all new to me. I mean, it's 20 years old, but it's all new to me. And, you know, in some points I feel like I've been in here forever. And some points it's just like, okay, you know, what else is going to happen, you know? Nature. It's not all fuzzy. Somebody's got fangs. Okay, enough bedtime stories, right? I think I'll go to sleep. You know, so I'm uploading some of those just for that purpose alone, just so that I can go back and look at it later. And it's like, oh wow, that was a rough day. You know, excited for the future. I just wish it was here sooner. Stay tuned. Bug, get out of my eye. That's a great way to finish the shot. I look tired. I look like hell. Okay, it's been a good day. Okay, good morning world. It's Monday, July 10th, 2017. It's currently 9:51 in the morning. And I've only been awake for a few minutes. I was going to wake up early, go out and set the world ablaze, but then I rolled over. And that was okay too. I'm okay with that. Space flight is like crossing a river. If you don't have the speed, you won't make it. Kind of like life. If you aren't moving forward fast enough, you'll be sliding backwards. That's a line from one of the projects I'm writing. So, somewhat space related. Kind of makes me think about what I'm doing out here sometimes is, in my 2 days off, I'm trying to get enough done to make it through the week. And there are times when I don't think that's enough to really do what I need to do. There we go, that's a little better. It's like just maintenance on stuff that I should be doing maintenance on is, you know, I look at some of the stuff, it's like, oh, I don't want to spend the time doing that, you know, and so eventually then something will break down, and I wish I had done the maintenance on it. But at the same time, I need my 2 days off just to recover from the week. I'm going to get water today. I've got 4 jugs empty now, so that's more than I usually need. Yay, it's still Monday. That's not fair, I know, but my days off are Sunday and Monday, so Monday is still a good day for me. Okay, it's about 2 o'clock on Monday, my second day off. I just got finished dragging all the bus seats out from underneath the bus and also some more trash, so I've got 2 of the seat skins that I had already stripped are in the back of the truck. I kind of think that's the same seat because they had 2 layers of skin on them. So at some point they reskinned them, and instead of taking the old skin off, they just slide a new skin right over the top of the old one. So if I ever really wanted that, man, there's a lot of vinyl there, but I don't really want it. So I had a dust devil fly right over me when I was pulling the seats out. I heard the roar. And I looked back and it was about 50 yards away. And at first it was going past me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just kind of watching it. Then it turned right at me. I'm like, you know, grab your hat, pull it down over your eyes a little bit, and just whoosh. And then it was gone. And then it went over the bus and then out the other side kind of thing. And, you know, it's just kind of funny. It's like, okay, yeah, that's, you know, you get sandblasted, but it doesn't, you know, you don't feel like you're going to fly away or something like that. It'd have to be a lot bigger than that, but it's just, you know, it's like a tornado, only smaller, and you don't know it's there until you hear the roar, and by that time it's usually, you know, 100 feet away from you or something like that, and you're like, oh great, here it comes, you know, and then it's gone, you know, and you're like, whatever. Look, I'm wearing a shirt. It's got to be worth something. But yeah, it's only about 12 or 13 miles into town. So 13 in, 13 back, 26 miles round trip. It's an hour and a half later, you know. Nobody was in line this time for water. I saw a guy that looked like he had just filled up his tank. And when I was just going out, the neighbors across the road in the red truck, they were coming in with a tank full of gas or of water, and maybe they didn't get the memo because their tank was right full, and man, were they squatted down. And one of the old timers that I talked to a while ago, he was watching the meter. So I was just kind of curious how much he was going to put in because I was next and I had to wait for him and just make a conversation and try not to make him feel uncomfortable for being in front of me, which never fails. If you're being slow, you always have somebody behind you and you're trying to be in a hurry. But anyway, yeah, he said he only put 100 gallons in his tank because that's 800 pounds. Well, he was driving a 3/4 ton, and he figured with all the other crap that he had in his truck, that was putting it pretty close to the max limit, max weight. So, meantime, I got my 30 gallons today, so I'm not approaching max weight at all. Okay, whatever. There we go. I'm awesome again. I'm me. You know, the interesting thing that's hitting me now. Whoa, focus. You can do it. I'm over here. There we go. Good job. Now that I've been out here for a couple months and I'm getting used to it,